points.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good afternoon, gamers, and welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming! Organ UK, thank you so much for the warm welcome of £5 in super chat. It's points day. Let's go. They've finally released the points for Warzone Nephilim. This bad boy has a PDF coming. It's been put on the Wargaming community website already. So this isn't a leak, technically. It isn't a leak. It's just on the website again. They keep doing this to me. They keep going, you know what, Mikey, I'm sure there's going to be a great time to do a thing, right? And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, Games Workshop. I love you, Games Workshop. Thank you for the great idea. And then they ruin it, and they do it early, and then they catch me off guard. But the new points are out, and I've prepared a slideshow for you all because we love a good slideshow. Look at this thumbnail. Hats off to this thumbnail. Let's get some poggies in chat for the thumbnail. Look at it. Down 2, down 80, up 20. Whoa, does that not grab your attention straight away? Does that not grab your attention straight away? I don't know. Have I got it wrong on the thumbnail? Yes. Did I do it intentionally? Yes. Welcome to the stream, everyone. And the 40k app did get them this morning, which was awfully funny. It's very typical that the GW app got the points before everyone else. Before I got them. Before Games Workshop got them. The app had them already. But welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to be looking at the new Warhammer 40,000 points. And I prepared some nice slides for you. I've gone over like 5 factions, which I think have had like the biggest changes. One I haven't gone over, which I think is actually much larger, but I actually ran out of time. But we've got some like graphics that are going to like show you to make it look nice. Is that okay? It's going to look nice. Rather than looking, we can all go, to the website, warhammercommunity.com. And we can go to downloads. And we can go to Warhammer 40k. And then we can... Where's the points? Wait a minute. Wait. Someone sent me a link. Where are they? FAQ? Ah, they're in the FAQ. Okay. You can go to the FAQ and you can download this PDF and scroll through all of the PDF. Look at it in all of its glory. These are all the points, everyone. Look at all the points. You can see them. But that sucks. It's fucking shit. So I've made it. Okay, I've made a thing. Let's get it out of the way. We're going to talk about Tyranids and how everyone hates Tyranids now. Oh boy, Tyranids got clapped. Them cheeks got clapped. That's all I'm going to say. Those cheeks got clapped. Look at this. This is terrible. Terrible news. Terrible news for a Tyranid player. Do you play Tyranids? Are you sad? I'll move this out of the way. Look, if you want to screenshot this, I mean, I'm not even in the way. Just subscribe to hellstormwargaming.com /youtube.com. But what went up? We had the Hive Tyrant go up. I love this song. I'm going to keep going. It keeps me hype. Bam. Okay, the Hive Tyrant up 20 points. Zoom in a bit on your screen. Shut the fuck up, Tom. How about that? Zoom in a bit. Are you high? If we get rid of this, how do I get rid of this? Like that? Yeah. That was good, wasn't it? I like that. That was good. 100%. Now it's all cropped. No. Never. There we go. Where do I go? I go here, right? This is where I live. This is where I live now. Nothing has gone down in the Tyranid Codex because everything has gone up. All of the key units in a Tyranid list have gone up in points. Why? Because they're broken. That's why. It's a bit small for us phone plebs. I'm sorry, but if I crop it out, then everyone will screenshot it and no one will know where to find it. But what we've got the Hive Tyrant up 20 points to 180. Justify the Hive Tyrant in every single competitive list. Also, Adrenal Glands, which is +1 strength and +1 move, also up 10 points as well. So really up 30 points. Really up 30 points, which is pretty horrific. We've got Old One Eye. Oh, man. My Old One Eye. I don't think anyone was using Old One Eye competitively, but every single Carnifex has gone up like 15 points. Every Carnifex, doesn't matter what it looks like, it's gone up 15 points. Okay. The Swarm Lord up 20. Again, a Hive Tyrant. It feels like they've just gone for a blanket, like, you know what? You look like a Hive Tyrant. Here's 20 points. You look like a Carnifex. Here's 20 points. Piss off. That's what it feels like they've done. But the Hive Tyrant and the Swarm Lord, the Winged Hive Tyrant, all gone up 20 points, and their Adrenal Glands have gone up as well, another 10 points. So basically, at most lists, just from those characters, has gone up about 60 points. Like 50 to 60 points. You're all complaining because you're on the phone. Why aren't you watching at a desktop? Huh? 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 Are you going to start shouting at me now? It's bigger. What else has got? Warriors up 5 points. That's understandable. Warriors are really good because they're 3 wounds. They're on 50 mil bases. They're really good. And they're only 50. They're only 30 points. Only 30 points. Death Leaper. Why the fuck has a Death Leaper gone up 25 points? 25 points of the Death Leaper. The Parasite of Mortrex, arguably the better platform to do everything that model does, has stayed the same at 80 points. But the Death Leaper is 120 now. That's ridiculous. Tyranids broken? Yes, Tyranids are broken. I totally get it. That's totally fine. But Death Leaper up 25 points? Justified? I don't think so. Maybe 100 because it's a character. But a Parasite can fly. Parasites can fly and are in every list. Why is everyone watching on their phone when they can instead play the hit new game Diablo Immortal? This is true. Why don't you want to go and spend £100,000 on getting the most upgraded character on Diablo Immortal? Answer this one, plebs. Answer that, plebeians. Where's my song? Answer that one, liberal. Oh, man. Okay, what else have we got? The Maleceptor, previously taken a nerf because it couldn't cast 4 psychic powers a turn. It could only cast 2 because you used to be able to cast a psychic action, then cast an extra power, then cast what else could you? Yes, you used to be able to cast a psychic action, use a synaptic imperative so you could cast powers even if you cast a psychic action, which didn't technically count as casting a power, so that made it 3. And then you could cast an extra power to make it 4. Not only did they nerf that, they also upped it by 50 points. 50 points! Oh, man. Tyranids down. Tyranid win rate this weekend, 40% guaranteed. Tyrant Guard has remained the same, but with all of the other points rises. Again, we've had Hive Tyrants go up 30 points each, so people usually running 1 or 2. Let's say 50. Let's say they're running the Swarm Lord would be nice. A Swarm Lord and 1 Winged Hive Tyrant. That's up 50 points. The Maleceptor up 50 points. Staple up another 50 points. That's 100 points. 2,100 points. They're always running a unit, at least 1 Warriors. Let's say that's another 50. That's 115. Ravenous, a staple in fast attack, up 5 each. Running units of 5. That's another 25. That's 150 odd points. We're around 150 points extra now. Double Carnifex. You like a double Carnifex, do you? Tell me, do you like a double Carnifex? I'm sure you do, but now you're going to pay an extra 15 points per body because the Carnifex, the Screamer Killer, and the Thornback have all gone up. No one uses Thornbacks or Screamer Killers, but everyone uses a Carnifex. They're up 15 points each as well. The Exocrine up 30 points. Is anyone using Exocrine? Am I high? Am I high? Does anyone use an Exocrine? I don't think they do. Tyrannocyte up 10. Fair enough. Like putting the odd like 5 or 10 points you can kind of understand. It's when they go Maleceptor plus 50, Death Leaper plus 25, you're like, excuse me. Harpy up 15. Again, Harpy's like super crucial in most meta lists, usually running 2, up 15 points each. And Venom Cannons both up 10. They're usually running double Venom Cannons, so 2 Venom Cannons, so they are up 35 points a model, really. They are up 35, really, per model. Are these the point updates? Or are these Mikey point updates? No, these are the literally points update. The PDF is there. I just read it. Look, watch me scan. Ready? I'm scanning. Wait for it. I'm nearly done. I'm nearly done. Quiet in chat. Okay, I got it. Don't worry. Okay, cool. Let me make another slide. We talked about Tyranids. What's the other wanker in competitive 40k? Oh, that's right. It's Eldar. It's Eldar, everyone. It's Eldar. There we go. We're going to talk about Azayani now because they've also had a huge points rise across the board. No FAQ. There we go. No FAQ on Hail of Doom. But with this is quite interesting because a lot of stuff has gone up. Okay, we're going to make it slightly bigger so you stop moaning about phone users. If you're on your phone, you should press join right now. Are you on your phone? Press join right now and join to say sorry for making me work. It's terrible. So what has gone up? Basically everything. And I think the main reason for this change is that there's no more to the last, which is obviously massive. To the last is massive. And basically everyone was taking Baharoth, all the other what they called? The characters. Phoenix Lords, all the other Phoenix Lords, they were keeping them down in points. I think, my humble opinion, they were keeping all the other ones down in points so you couldn't use them all for to the last because they're obviously really good. Because they're always the most expensive unit. Baharoth was the most expensive, but they've all shot up in points now. They've all gone way up in points. Azerman up 10, Baharoth up 20 to 160, Fugan up 10, Jane'Zar up 10, Karandris, Morgan Ra, all up 10 points. So... So the reason the fact that they've gone up in points now because there's no more to the last in this bad boy, because they're all up in points, they could, because there's no to the last, they can up their points without affecting secondaries, which is obviously crucial. Being able to affect secondaries because of the points of characters and all the units are really low, because in Eldar a lot of stuff, the characters are quite expensive but then the units are quite cheap. So you can start having all of your characters being to the last, which is an issue. But now what we've got is all the characters shot up in points because they're all really good. But a lot of them understandable. Like Baharoth up to 160, fair enough. Baharoth is basically unkillable, but now in most games he's not providing a lot. In before, to the last, never kill him. But now what's he do? He's got a gun. He fights in combat. He disappears again. All right, fair enough. I'll get over it. You know. But we've got the Farseer, there's Autarchs, and Farseer Skyrunner, Autarch Skyrunner up 5 points as well. Very reasonable up in points there. Very, very reasonable, I think. Again, 5 points on characters is fine. 20 points is a bit ooh. And then when they go 50, they're like, oh my god, what's going on here? But pretty much every character has gone up. Again, all of the Phoenix Lords up. The 3... Yanari characters, Vizak, Incarn, and River Rain, all up as well. Incarn up 10 points. Obviously, it's an Avatar, so fair enough. Avatar Arcane up 10 points. Fair enough. You don't really see these competitively, but with the new secondaries, we're going to start seeing a really big shift in list building. And how you put your list together is going to change massively. So this is quite interesting, bringing those characters into line. We've also had loads of rises on the... Come on, chat. You can do it. Aspect Warriors, there we go. I know Warhammer. Aspect Warriors have all pretty much gone up 1 or 2 points. Wind Riders stayed the same, but Scat Lasers up 5. Now I imagine I'm surprised at that because I don't rate Scat Lasers over Twin Shuriken Catapult with Hail of Doom. Hail of Doom being when you roll a 6 to hit with a Shuriken weapon, it automatically wounds, and it wounds on a 6, so you get the AP. So Scat Lasers just have loads of DACA, so putting them up to 10 points, I'm a bit okay. It makes them very expensive. Now you're pretty much always going to be taking the Shuriken, the Scatter Laser, the Shuriken Catapult. Sorry. You're pretty much always going to be taking the Shuriken Catapult now, in my opinion. I like to remind everyone this is his job to know this stuff. Listen, Tom. Listen, I don't know any of this weeb stuff. But what I thought was quite interesting, like Falcon, Fire Prison, Wave Serpent, all a Wave Serpent chassis, all at 5 points. Fair enough. Crimson Hunter and the Hemlock up 5 points. Like what? Why is the Crimson Hunter and Hemlock gone up? I don't understand this change. Like, was anyone really running? Who was running like loads of flyers? Why was this necessary, Games Workshop? Answer me right now. Answer me right now. Why was this necessary? I don't know why, but fair enough. Also, Heartstrike has gone up 5 points for the Shining Spears, which is the doing the mortal wounds, I believe. It's that's gone up 5 points as well, which is kind of fair enough, you know. Drakari Unchained. Drakari went down a point. Drakari also finding a buff when everyone else gets nerfed, which just went down a single point as far as I could tell. Which I thought was hilarious. It's always Drakari. Everyone gets nerfed. Drakari will get nerfed, but they'll also get buffed at the same time. Drakari went down 1 point for their Witches, and Death Jester went up 15 points. They got flyer PTSD. I think you're right, bro. I think you're right. So we've got 2 more to go through. We've got 2 more to... Oh, no, sorry. Wait. 3 more to go through. 3 more to go through. Look at me. That's mass. We got the cover boys. It's Space Marines. Hooray. Space Marines and other Imperium. And other Imperium. I'm very nice to you. I'm a kind god. What can I say? I'm a kind god, and mostly Tom did all the work, so... what's going down? A whole bunch of stuff. Some stuff I'm like, holy balls. And then some stuff I'm a bit like, all right, fair enough, whatever. Yeah, cool. You know? I bet Games Workshop are watching this and thinking I'm just sound very ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. I just talk too fast. Why is my Photoshop lagging? Is this better for you poor phone users? Poor phone users in chat. Let's get some F's in chat for phone users who can't read it. They don't know how to read, that's why they're on their phone. Too busy playing the gacha games. Is it gacha or gotcha games? You know? There we go. Cool, let's have a look. We've got Captain in Gravis Armor down 5 points. Fair enough. We've got Outriders down 5 points. Kind of nice. Again, these are kind of like units that people don't really see. So down 5 points is a nice little... It's a nice... Oh, it's tasty. Very tasty. Centurion Devastators down 10 points per model, which I thought was sick. Centurion Devastators are really good. They're full of DACA. They got the Hurricane Bolters, and the Devastator units have come down 10 points per model because they don't have core. They don't really interact with the book whatsoever. They're just on paper a decent unit. They're just too expensive. So coming down 10 points is really, really nice. Call it as out much. Get wrecked, Gonvalina. Get wrecked. We've got the Firestrike Servo Turret. I realised that my Centurion Devastator was in fast attack, and that's my fault. Firestrike Servo Turret down 20 points. Down 20 points. What about Gabriel Angeles? Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't even check that. Gabriel, oh Gabriel, where art thou? Gabriel? No, the other one. Gabriel Angeles, still 150 points. Kill me. Anyway. Gladiators all down 15 points. Land Raiders all down 20 points. Predators down 15. Repulsors down 25. Executioner down 35. And Vindicator down 10. So if you're running any of these, you've just gained a whole bunch of points, which is super fun. Like, they're not the most competitive choices. But it's nice. It's nice. Some of us are working and clearly watching a phone. Listen, tell your boss. Some things are more important than work right now. And it's me giving you a slideshow presentation about points. That's tell your boss right now. So yeah, so all the tanks came down. A lot of them not really used. Repulsor Executioner is fun. So down 35 points is really nice. Obviously with the Plasma or 310 with the Laser Destroyer. Dedicated Transports came down a little bit. We had the Landspeeder Storm come down 5 points. Sadly, you have to take a scout unit with it now. So it's really gone up another 50 or 60. it's basically gone up 60 because you have to put scouts in it now. Because as we know in this book, you have to put a unit in every dedicated transport or it's destroyed. So it might come down 5 points. That's great, but you do have to put a unit in. Same with the Razorback, which come down 10. So this is nice. This is nice. Some nice little changes there. Plasma Inceptors, they come down as well. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to do this. Plasma Inceptors. I don't know why I'm searching for plasma. I'm such an idiot. Inceptor, 40 points. Were they 45 before? The 50 points a model with the plasma? I don't know. Could be wrong. Anyway, Ultra Smurfs. Obviously, you know, in the wild, wild west of the internet, there's gigglings of things. There's gigglings of things. However, Ultra Smurfs Gulliman has come down a whopping 80 points. 80 points. Hot diggity dang. Hot diggity dang. 80 points drop. Gulliman is still a very, good powerhouse unit. He buffs everything around him. He buffs all the Ultramarines around him. He's very good in combat. He's still got his... I'm pretty sure he's still got his 3+ invuln. He can get back up after he dies. He's not changed whatsoever since he came out, right, in 8th edition. Well, in the Ultramarines supplement, right? He's now gone down 80 points, which is huge. Huge. It's horrifically good. Horrifically good. I love it. I'm like, oh shit, maybe Red Gulliman is coming out for a battle report soon. Maybe Red Gulliman is coming out for a battle report. I'm so hyped. Red Butte Gilliman, the forgotten son. The forgotten son of the Blood Ravens is coming back out to play. Manius Calgarth down 30 points, which is also nice. Obviously, Gulliman coming down a lot. Manius Calgar has to come down, or he's no point taking Calgar. Victory Sodegaard down 10 points. Can't complain. Can't complain. Can't complain. We got Sergeant Tellian down 20 to only 50 points as Sergeant Scout. You could put him in the Land Speeder Storm because he's cheaper than Scouts, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's cheaper than Scouts. He is. Yeah, there's 70 points for 5. So you could take Sergeant Tellian to make your Land Speeder Storm only 100 points rather than 120. Also, Tom the Legend went through Sanguinary Guard and Baal Predators coming down along with Death Company. Now, Death Company coming down is good because they've got that really good secondary now where you get points where they die, which is amazing. Which I thought was hilarious. What's their secondary now? What's it called? It's so funny. Fury of the Lost. Score 3 points if one enemy unit was destroyed by a Death Company unit from your army this battle round. Score 4 points instead of if 2 or more units were destroyed by Death Company. Also, score 1 additional victory point if 1 or more Death Company units were destroyed by enemy units this battle round. Which is just... Right, story time. Okay, story time. So, I went to a tournament once upon a time. It was in Gibraltar, and it was invite only. That's all I'll say. I won't tell you where it was. I won't tell you who was running it, but it was in Gibraltar. It was invite only. Anyway, so it was 8th edition. We were playing Maelstrom as one of the mission types, right? It was like Eternal War and Maelstrom at the same time. So Maelstrom, kind of like Tempest of War, where you draw the cards, you know? Anyway, I was playing a guy. I was on 3 wins. I was running double Leviathan, Assault Centurions, aggressors, smash captains as Raven Guard, and they could infiltrate in deployment and then basically start 9 away, then move and then charge. Okay, similar to how the Warlord trait works for Raven Guard now, but you can do it with every unit. It was a stratagem. Okay. Anyway, the other guy was running Blood Angels, triple repulsor, loads of intercessors, and he'd done really well. Anyway, he ran into me. I seized on him, I believe. I'm pretty sure I seized. Anyway, I went first. I went with my Smash Captains, my Leviathans, the aggressors, Everything got into combat because repulsors were -2 to charge, but I started 9 away and moved with fly, so I just jumped over them and then had a 2-inch charge. Anyway, I tabled him turn 2. And he scored 1 point from a card from the Blood Angels deck, which was if you lose a Blood Angels character, score a point. Now I can't wait to make people score minimal points of Fury of the Lost purely by bringing Death Company and killing them with a rain of bullets. I can't wait. I can't wait. He's going to be so funny. Anyway, that's my story time. But Angels always seem to have something to score points by dying, which is always fun. Anyway, we've got the Death Company down 2 points, which is really nice. We got Death Company Intercessors down 2 points as well. As Tom has mentioned, you probably won't see them along with Battle Predators. Battle Predators down 20 points. Again, all the armor seems to coming down because a lot of people aren't really running armor right now. And then Tom's mentioned that Tycho and Astraf down 5 points, but Dante, Sanguinor, and Mephisto all say the same points, which is kind of fair enough. Dante maybe wants to come down a little bit, but we'll see in a minute, looking at where all the red is on the right-hand side of the screen. He was the same cost as another character who was just OP. Sanguinor, kind of fair enough. Mephisto, kind of fair enough. They're kind of a little bit on the pricey side, but they're not like a ridiculously expensive. So that's it for Space Marines, but Tom's also done some other Imperium for stuff he plays. He's done Admech, Cerberus Raiders down 2 points, which is nice. Electro Priest down 1 point. Rustalkers down 1 point. But I don't think this is going to really change anything with their win rate or anything like that. I don't think they're arguably better. They just get a little bit more stuff, but not a great deal. Probably a few more like Vanguards and Rangers and stuff like that. Not a terrible buff, but like not amazing. Not amazing, you know? And finally, Custodes. If you hadn't been hurt once, Income Games Workshop once again with charge and getting a 40-point increase. Justified, to say the least. However, after the recent nerfs, people will not like this, whatever. People will not like this whatsoever. So charging up to 200 points. Arguably, that's great. So, as I just mentioned, Dante stayed the same, but he's 160 points. And who would you take for 160 points? Would you take Dante or would you take Trajan, you know? And Trajan's very good. Going up to 200 points is probably feels harsh right now, but it's probably about where he should have been the entire time. So it almost feels like Games Workshop are trying to play catch up with this one, but it's fine. That's fine. Also, the Forge World Contemptors, up 10 points each. Up 10 points each. Again, kind of alright. Kind of alright. It's not so bad. It just feels like a kick in the teeth now. I think they should have come along at the same time. It feels like the Custodes are still getting beaten down. And I think this is them paying for their sins over the last few months. Yeah. As Sparkle said, Custodes aren't having a strong showing at all. This feels vindictive. I don't think this is related to after the balanced data slate. The most recent balanced data slate. And we are going to get another balanced data slate soon. I imagine next month. You know? I imagine next month. So it kind of feels a bit dickheady, this. But, you know, we'll just have to play it out, you know? Actual data sheet download available. I know. This is just like a handy cheat sheet, you know? This is a nice cheat sheet. Hey, Mike, can I see you collaborating with Allspec Tactics on the thumbnail? Thanks, bro. Anyway, we got more power armor. There's like next to nothing on this one, but it's interesting. We've got Death Guard. Death Guard getting a nice buff. Death Guard, like, have had some really good buffs recently. Like, really, really good buffs. Armor of Contempt has been very, very good for them. Armor of Contempt has been very, very good for them. They've loved it. But the changes to their secondaries now is interesting. But then a lot of the prime units have come down. A lot of the units you see all the time. None of the stuff that you never see. All of the stuff you always see has come down. Except for the Hellbrute. That's the only one. The next date slate is tomorrow. The next date slate's tomorrow. Holy shit. Okay. It's mentioned at the end of the article. There's an article. Bro. I'm just shouting so loud. Begin the new season. Download the Mutor. And stay tuned for the latest balance date which drops tomorrow. Holy shit. Okay. Looks like we're streaming tomorrow as well, gamers. That's interesting. I'm surprised, but I guess that kind of like puts everyone on the same playing field all at once, because you're not going to get like points update and then data sheet update and then points update and then data sheet update. They were doing it all at the same time. So tomorrow is going to be huge as well. Fuck me. I'm never going to get my list finished for Battle Report tomorrow. I'm going to use Necrons, but now I'm like, holy shit, I don't know. 48-hour stream, let's go. Yeah, 48-hour stream. Let's fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Listen, GW, if you're watching, just send me the data slate now. Right? I won't go offline for 48 hours. I won't go offline for over 24 hours if you send it me right now. So Death Guard are looking really strong. Anyway, Plaguecaster down 5 points, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Hawkswalker's down a point, obviously, with the Spread the Sickness secondary. Now they're not taking any more wounds. They just complete it, which is really good. So it keeps them nice and cheap. 5 points a model. Very, very cheap. Blightlord's down 2. Death Shroud down 5. Again, I think this is totally down to the last not being a thing anymore, because now they don't need to balance Plague Burst Crawlers against Death Shroud and Blightlords for the to the last secondary. So I think they've gone, you know what, we can actually bring this unit down. We can have the Plague Burst Crawlers more expensive or even cheaper now, and it doesn't really matter. Again, this is probably like some design philosophy. In my head, that's what I think's happening. I could be wrong. It's all just a guess. They'll email you 30 minutes before like last time. Probably. So yeah, so Blightlord Terminators and Death Shroud Terminators down a lot is super, super good. Obviously, these are like staples in the army. They're like staple units. They are very, very good units for Death Guard. Death Guard are a strongish faction. They hold their ground pretty well against some factions. They struggle, like especially the top end factions. But in the middle tables, in the mid ground, they do really well. So these point drops are really nice for them. Plague Burst Crawlers down 15 points, which makes them really cheap again. 145 points with the Entropy Cannons, which is like a steal in my opinion. Even with the mortar changes, the outer line of sight changes, that's like harsh. Outer line of sight is crap now. However, you can just drive it towards your enemy, you know. You need line of sight for the Entropy Cannons anyway. Just fire the mortar at that as well. You know, just absolutely nail it. Absolutely nail it. We got Blight Haulers down 10 points as well, which is really, really good because Blight Haulers are really fun. They're a really good unit, and they're 120 points base now, along with Hellbrutes coming down. So the Dreadnought-esque thing you can start thinking about with Death Guard, because everything's -1 damage. And Floated Bloat Drones down 15. But the biggest winner is Mortarion, down 40 points. 40 points, which is huge. Again, it looks like all special characters, barring Eldar, are coming down in points to probably match what might be coming out in the future, you know, as an educated guess. Plague Marines have free everything. Really? Plague Marine. Plague? Troops. Holy shit. Plague Marines have free everything. So basically the way points work, guys, we have unit size 5 to 10, and then we have unit cost. So this is like the unit cost, and then you have upgrades like this Hellbrute. Plague Marines don't have anything listed, which means it doesn't have a points cost. Holy fuck. So all those Plague Marines units that were ramping up to like 140, 150 points are all free. Surely it has to be a typo. I believe that's probably why. Again, Tom's done a lot of this. So shout out to Tom in chat, who's done a lot of this for me while I was doing other things, let's say. That's he might have missed this. That's huge. That's huge. That's really good. That's really, really good. That is a huge change. Sells points cost in the app. I don't trust everything you read on the internet unless it's a PDF on Mikey's screen. Must be a typo. It could be a typo, but why would it not be a typo and not a? Why could it be a typo but not an error in the app? 1 second. Just be a moment, please. Anyway, that's all. The big winner is Mortarian, as you can see. I have like 40 plate marines. I basically have I have like 3 of every loadout. Tom, you're gonna be so busy. It could be a typo in the app. We never know. It's never right. The app is never right. Suddenly my free Imperial Guard squad upgrades don't feel so special. I know, right? I've always been a Death Guard player. Listen, I love Death Guard. I always play Death Guard. It's the only army I ever play. Listen, I've been a Death Guard player since 3rd edition. I've been a Death Guard player since 3rd edition. Honest. Anyway, that was the big things for Death Guard. And the final one that I went through, again, time was of the essence. It's the old Necron boys. The Necron boys. Now, this is the first one I made, so you can see the text is very small, but they've had a humongous amount of... I don't know why my text box is... Listen, let me fix my text box. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves, chat. Why is it doing this? It's being shit. Being well shit. Oh shit, I deleted all my text. Right, okay. It's just a really big list, okay? You just have to bear with me. You have to bear with me. It's a really big list because basically they took the Necron Codex and minus 10 off it. By 10 up to 11, they reduced it by 10. Anyway. Necrons, everybody! Hooray! So pretty much everything came down. Necrons versus Death Guard Battle Report. That would be fun. That'd be fun. So yeah, so Necrons struggling, but having hordes of models. Their real enemy is the chess clock, it seems. Because goddamn, pretty much everything in their book came down. Anrikir down 10, Command Barge down 10, Chronomancer down 5, Illuminatus Ares down 15, Imhotep down 15, Lord down 5, Locust Lord down 5, the Resurrection Orb on the Lord down 5 as well, it's only 25 points, Xandrek down 10, Oricon down 10, Overlord down 5, the Res Orb on the Overlord down 5, Void Scythe down 5, and War Scythe and Tachyon Arrow, the little Strength 10 one-shot AP1 or whatever it is, AP5, not AP1. That's 7th edition. Anyway, they're free. They are not listed once again. Plasmancer down 5, Psychomancer down 5, Royal Warden down 5, Technomancer down 5, Cloaky's free, Control Node down 5, Trazyn down 10, and Vargard Oberyn down 10. So if you're a special character, if you've got a fancy name, you've come down 10 or 15 points. If you're an unnamed character, you probably come down 5, or your war gear is now free. Also, something that isn't listed here, but all of the Chronomancer buffs, the upgrades, they've all come down 5 points as well. Immortals have come down 1 point. Again, kind of doesn't make a difference. 1 unit of Immortals is fine. They're not a great unit anyway. They're just an objective grabber, so making them a little bit cheaper is great. Ghost Art down 10. Again, this is probably to go with the fact that you have to take a unit of 10 warriors to put in there as well. So you've seen a lot of transports come down in points because of the fact that, excuse me, because of the fact that you have to put a unit in there. So it becomes more of a tax to take a unit. But the biggest winners over here, Deceiver, Nightbringer, Void Dragon, all down 50 points. 50 points each. Deceiver at 300, Nightbringer at 320, Void Dragon at 300. Which is really good, really good. So these have been probably one of the best units in the Necron book, and been far too overpriced, punishing for their sins when they first came out, and now they've all come down 50 points, which is really good, really good. Death Mark's down 3, again no one uses them. Hexmark down 10, which is nice. Lichguard down 3, making them a little bit cheaper, which is cool. Again, when you're taking like units of 10, like down 1 or 2 points is great, but like when you're taking units of 10, that means a Lich Guard unit of 10 is 30 points cheaper. You know, it's 30 points cheaper now, which is really good. Transcendent Catan, again, down 40, which makes him really cheap. Triarch Stalker down 15 as well. Again, not many people playing these, but you know. Theme Blades down 5, makes them way more interesting at only 20 points per model. Again, puts them on par with Wind Riders. And they have like some similar shooting. They don't obviously have Hail of Doom, but they do have some similar shooting when you exclude Hail of Doom and Shuriken. Triarch Praetorians, again, down 3 as well, making them 30 points a unit cheaper. Doom Scythe and Night Scythe down some points. Again, Night Scythe having the unit tax, but only 120 points. Don't really interact with the game anymore, but he just flies around, which is fun. The Destroyers, Locust Destroyers, no one really takes those, but down 5. Heavy Destroyers, which a lot of people take, also down 5, which I thought's really good. And then some of the bigger winners as well. We've got the Monolith down 30 points to 300. We've got the Obelisk down 30 points. The Tesseract Vault down 50. And the Silent King, who is now more of an auto take than ever, down to 400. And some terrain's gone down 20 points for some reason. So this is quite interesting. Again, it's quite interesting because like a lot of the most popular units have come down. And all of the characters coming down is really nice. Again, the problem is with Necron is that they die very quickly. So this just feels like a way is like in your current list, you're probably going to be able to fit a bit more stuff in. Let's have a look at my let's have a look at the list for... I've forgotten. I'm reading everything on my phone. My phone blew up a bit. My Necron list. That I was using against Tom. That I was using against Vince, for example. So Chronomancer, how many points have they come down? So I've got Crypto Thralls, which are 40 points on the dot. So they've stayed the same. The Chronomancer has come down 5 points. So I'd save... Chronomancer down 5 points to 75. Is that right? Chronomancer. I might have made a mistake. Guys, I'm so sorry. I might have made a mistake. Chrono. Oh, it's with the Entropic Lands plus 10. That's why. Okay. Ignore me. So that's down 5 points. So I've saved 5 points there. Potter-Sites stay the same. Lord with the Resorb has come down 10. So that's 15 points. Scorpeg Lord has stayed the same. Technomancer has come down 5. With the Canoptek Controller. So he's come down 10. So that's 25. 30 points I've saved there. Immortals down a point, so that's 35. Flayed Ones, Lich Guard, they come down 30 points, that's 65 points. And then I've got some Wraiths. So my list has come down 65 points. It's come down 65 points. What could I put in for 65 points? I've got no idea, but it makes me... I could put a Hex Mark in. You know, that's a whole other unit that Necrons are going to get. You know? That's a whole other unit that Necrons are going to get. Okay, rewatch that's another. You can rewind it, like, now, if you want to. You know, I've gone through. We can quickly show you. We got Space Marines there. We got Death Guard there. You can feel free to pause. I can't really go back and do it all again. I was building a Trajan theme list. It went down 160 points. Yeah, like, these points changes are really good. Like, it feels like Necrons and Death Guard have probably had the biggest win. Space Marines have had a nice win, but it's all units that people don't really use. Like, you look at, like, Space Marines. No one's really using any of these units. Blood Angels, obviously, is very different. But, like, Space Marines as a whole, pretty much everyone was using Landspeeder Storm. But now no one's going to use Landspeeder Storm because you have to put a unit in there. But Death Guard, all the units they're using have gone down. Except for Mortarion. But now he's like, well, I'm going to put him back in then. Okay. And Plague Marines are all cheap, which is really good for their stock. Because you want to be taking battalions now. And then Necron's getting pretty much everything. There's hardly anything. The Scorpet Destroyers and the Wraiths and the Reanimator and the Canoptek Spider, annoyingly. But pretty much all of them stayed the same points. Unless Necrons. Wait a minute. Canoptek Spider. Oh, yeah. We still have to pay for all our upgrades. Okay. The Spiders haven't changed. It's very sad. But having everything in the Necron book just gives you... It basically gives you a free unit, you know? Basically gives you a free unit. Let me catch up with chat. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Really appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. Welcome to... It's 25 to 4. If you don't know, my name's Mikey. Welcome to the stream. I talk about competitive 40k every single Monday. On a Wednesday, I talk about competitive Age of Sigmar, looking at win rates and shit. We're doing stuff like that this afternoon. I don't know. I might have to just, like, carry on this stream straight into Age of Sigmar. I'm not sure yet. I like the Void Dragon at 300 points. Yeah, the Void Dragon is, like, quite cheap. And the Nightbringer only being 20 points more is also really nice, you know? Mikey, this is so much more useful than Gino's PDF. Much easier to read and figure out. Yeah, like, I really wish Games Workshop would, when they put out point changes, just put like little arrows and down signs like I do, you know, just like this, like, oh yeah, it's 320 down 20, you know, down 20, appreciate it, you know, that'd be good. But they obviously don't, which gives me something to do. But this is, in my opinion, way easier to visualize. You can look at the unit, you can be like, okay, it's gone down this much, and now I can think, you know, okay, that unit has gone down 30 points, mine has actually come down 100 points, you know. You will screenshot this and share in all Facebook groups. Yes, exactly. So if you're watching, you're in a Facebook group, screenshot this, send it to the Necrons. Beautiful. Send this. Send them Tyranids and laugh. Send them Eldar and make them cry. Send them Death Guard and rejoice in Plague. And then laugh at my thumbnail because it's so bad. Laugh at my thumbnail because it sucks. But it's quite interesting. Also one for Orc fans. Boys, Gretchen, and Beastdagger boys all down 1 point. Again, not too bad. Let's have a quick look at chat. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Love you all. Plague Marines can run 2 plasmas, 1 launcher, 1 flare, 1 cleaver per 5-man squad, 405 points. That is cheap. That is very cheap. Is this document going to be freely accessible for my simple brain to use later? Screenshot it, my brother. Screenshot it. Feel free. But the PDF is on Game Twitch website right now. Thousand Suns. Let's have a look at Thousand Suns. I haven't actually looked at the points changes for Thousand Suns. Can't you screenshot it for us? I did screenshot it for you. Let's have a look. Also, it's Tactical see you for taking his trademark thumbnail. I'm ready. I have worse lawyers than him. Oh, it's not letting me do... Do I have to choose one? Is that why? Alright. Oh, I have done it already. Let's have a look. Araman, same. Exalted Sorcerer, same. I'll let you look at the points. Exalted Sorcerer, same. Infernal Master, same. Sorcerer, same. Sorcerer Intimidator Armor, same. Demon Prince, same. Not a lot of changes here, gamers. Sorcerer on disc. Oh, it's legendary, that's why. Rubric Marines, 21. Same. Soul Reaper Cannon came down 5 points, though. Warp Flamer down 2 points. Oh, wow. Warp Flamer came down 3 points, and the Soul Reaper Cannon came down 2 points. That's nice. No, sorry. Soul Reaper came down 5. Warp Flamer came down 3. Nice. Cultist, same. Zangor, same. Yep, all the same. Rhino, same. Hellbrute, anyone? Hellbrute down 10 points. That's kind of nice. Scarabs, same. Fair enough. That's understandable. Zangor Shaman, same. Chaos Spawn. Same. Zango Enlightened. Same. Chaos Land Raider. Chaos Land... Chaos... Oh, no, do the Helldrake first. Where's the Helldrake? Helldrake? Same. Hellblade? Don't care. Helltalon? Don't care. Land Raider? Land Raider came down 20 points. Rejoice in the Dust Boss. The Dust Boss came down 20 points. The Predator came down 15. The other Predator came down 10. The Chaos Predator Destructor. Chaos Vindicator came down 10 as well. Defiler came down nothing. Forge Fiend came down nothing. Mauler Fiend came down nothing. Mutalef Vortex Beast stayed the same. Icon are free. Oh yeah, the icons are free because they're not listed. So my list against Vince, where he beat me on a live stream and keeps not on live stream, in a battle report, keeps bragging about it. His list has gone up 40 points and my list have come down. How many points has my list come down? Let's have a look. How many points is my... He's cheated. That's what... Vince cheated against me. What can I say? What can I say? Vince has cheated. He was using 2,040 points. I was using... So that's minus 10. Minus 15. Minus 15 from that unit. Minus 15 from that unit. Minus 15 from that unit as well. Minus 45. Oh, no, this isn't the right one. That's not the right list. Oh, I don't think I have it. Thousands Volkite. Is that the one? Yes. Sorry. 15, 30. And then they've come down 3 points. So that's minus 15. 30, 60. I was down 75 points. There's nearly 100 point difference. That's nearly 100 point difference with me and Vince, and he beat me. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Vince cheated. Go and tell Pleasant Kenobi cheated on Twitter. Can you explain the new rules for transports real quick? Mystics. New rules for transports is if you take a dedicated transport, it has to have a unit in at the start of the game. They can get out straight away, but they have to do... They have to have a unit in there at the beginning. So, the Legio Automata. Is that Forge World, Gumba? Oh, yeah, Magnus. I didn't look at Magnus. Where's Magnus on here? Magnus 420. 420, blaze it! Is Magnus down? I forgot about their prime out. That's dumb. Yeah, Magnus is down 30 points. Magnus down 30 points. That's really good. That's really, really good. Okay, Space Marine Land Raiders 265. Yeah, but they got a Codex on pre-order at the weekend. I'm sure you'll be fine to manage until Saturday. 420. Magnus just absolutely blazing it in the back. Magnus blazing it at 420. You know what I'm saying? Is there some 420s in chat? Legio Automata the paid upgrades. The Legion Command here. So Charge is the only name character to get nerfed. Yeah, he kind of deserved it. You know? He kind of deserved it. As far as I can tell, the Thousands Demon Prince is the same. 420 did nothing wrong. Is that getting any love? They got a little bit. They got a little bit. And if you tune in late, feel free. You can actually just rewind. And you can just scrub to the most important bits. I've gone through and done loads of slides. You know? I did loads of slides like this. You can just like scrub to the bit you want to watch. And then come straight back and tell me about it. Tell me what you think. Let's catch up with chat. Love you all. You're all being very chatty. I love it. Look, good to stay. Really good to stay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate it. Again, if you don't know me, then that's weird because you're on my channel. But welcome in. You're always welcome. So, do play Marines get free Wargaming now? I presume so. I presume so. I don't see why you're better off trusting the PDF than you are the app. The app was obviously getting it early because it looked like someone was like manually updating and then pressing publish after every data sheet because someone was just leaking it everywhere. But yeah, like as far as I can tell, player means get their weapons for free. When are you gonna leak the guard codex, Mikey? I was gonna do it this morning, but I couldn't be bothered. What kind of question is that? At any rate, the only important thing in that PDF is page 52. What's page 52? I could scroll, but I'd rather do it like this. Look at the machine. The machine, well skilled in scrolling. Superior scrolling skills. Look at it. Look at it. Can you scroll this fast? But you can't. 52. What's on page 52? Orcs. What's so good about orcs except for nothing? Can the app leak when it only has 2 users? Tau just got hit in the crisis suit spam. I haven't looked at Tau, to be honest. I haven't looked at Tau. We can have a look at Tau though if you want. Just rewind and call up on my Death Guard points. My taunt list has gone down 150 points. That's a Des. That's like a whole unit of Death Shroud straight into the list. 3 Death Shroud drop in. That is a horrific change. I would not like to play against Death Guard then play them again with a unit of Death Shroud in addition. Even if I beat them, I'm like, oh man. Oh man. Now the biggest question is, do these point changes start with all these dust? Oh no. Oh no. Looks like definitely Knights dropped 4 points a model. That's good. That's good. I wish I didn't know, Mikey. I would watch a real Warhammer journalist instead, like Auspex Tactics. Decram, Patanu out. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Here are the guard updates. Pask -20, Lord Commissar -10, Bulgarin -5, Special Weapons Squad -5, Veterans, Chimera -10, Veterans +5, Yarick +5, Sentinels +5. That's interesting. Why have Sentinels gone up? Unless their war gear is free. Thank you so much for the update. Really appreciate it. Again, I can't do it all by myself. I mean, Tom did most of it, but I can't do all of it by myself. Why did I just search Sentinel? God damn it. I searched Sentinel on the wrong website now. Sentinel. Sentinels have all their guns for free, I presume. So it looks like they've gone up in points, but they have no guns, except for the Hunter Killer. I bet Georgie enjoys your superior scrolling finger action. Fuck. 150 points down and Marines are really killing now. This is true. Crisis suits +10. Each plasma now 10, 15, 20 instead of 5, 10, 15. Ooh. Oof. And shield gens are going up 3 points. Do later publications overwrite digital FAQs? Tomato, what's the main question, to be honest? That's probably the best question, I imagine. Like, depends what it's referring to. Sentinels all to prepare for new kits with better profiles. That's completely guessed, genuinely. Well, I imagine if with the Sentinel, if they're going to get a new kit, then they'll be in the codex, right? And the codex will update them accordingly. But it looks like they haven't got any other war gear, so you used to have to pay for plasma cannons and stuff. Free war gear for everyone. We are now playing power level. Yeah, exactly. Power level's never been more relevant until now. Everyone's playing power level now by accident. And another dice size of Basic Games Workshop dice. 12 mil, buddy. Harlequin getting no changes. They had Death Jester change. Death Jester went up 15 points. Death Jester went up 15 points. DW did an FAQ on Chaos Knight Secondary, but if it's reprinted as per credits on chapter approved, which should I consider? That is a great question. That is a really good question. Is it exactly the same as the old one in here? It's something that I raised with the Dark Angel Secondary as well, because the Dark Angel Secondary, the Death on the Wind, it says you have to move 12 and kill something. And technically when you move something, this is a random Terminator, I could move 12, so I could go like move 6 and then move 6. But I've ended up in the same place and then kill something to get the points. But they said you have to, they FAQ'd it, so they said you have to end your move more than 12 inches away. But now they're in the chapter approved. Technically, it's not been FAQ'd. So I think for that one, technically, it is referring to the secondary in your codex. You are not drawing the secondary from your codex. You are drawing it. You are drawing it from here, and that hasn't been FAQ'd. However, big brain time. However, I think it's safe to say that since it's a reprint, you should probably use the FAQ'd version. But technically, it's not been FAQ'd. So I hope that answers your question. Dates like tomorrow, Hellstorm will be live again, right, Mikey? I sure will. I sure will be live for the data slate changes tomorrow. Does T9 Land Raider stack with Arrow Content? What's a T9 Land Raider? You're all talking out your ass. Sub now for data slates. Hell yeah. Charging up 40 points to 200. It's horrific. It's horrific. What a crazy amount of changes. Crazy amount of changes. So, does this do enough? That's the question. Does this do enough? That's a great question, chat. I'm so glad you asked that question. Obviously, we've seen Tyranids. They've had a huge points rise. As I said, if we have a look at, let's do some research. You know, let's do real world example. Real world example coming in, chat. If we have a look at Innes Wilson, he won the Newcastle GT this Sunday. This Sunday just gone. Let's have a look. So Innes Wilson. So I'm going to show you what the points updates, and we're going to go through his list. So he had a Neurothrope, that's not changed. He had a High Tyrant with a Heavy Venom Cannon, which is up 20 points. You know? That's up 20 points. A Lash Whip and Bone Sword, Adrenal Glands. So that's up 30 points. Okay? So his list is up 30 points already. Already 30. From the first unit. Two new warriors, they're up 15 points a unit. He's got 2 units of 3. So that's plus 30 points as well. Pyrovores stay the same. Zoanthrope stay the same. Tyrant Guard stay the same. Parasites stay the same. Harpy with 2 Venom Cannons. Now the Harpy went up 15 points base. So that's 195. Plus the Heavy Venom Cannons, they went up 10 points each. So that's up 35 points. And he's got another one of them, so that's another 35. And he's got a Tyrannosaurus that went up 10. And then he's got another Winged High Tyrant. We know that's already gone up 30 because he's got Adrenal Glands as well. So it's gone up 20, and then Adrenal Glands have gone up 10. So in total, Innes' list, which won the Newcastle GT this weekend just gone, has gone up 90, 100, 170 points. 170 points. That's almost 10%. That's almost 10% increase. Now, does this change anything? Now, you'd hope yes. But what this will really do is It'll change how people build a Tyranid list. It's still a very strong codex. It'll change the build. But the current build, as per like a real world example that won a 7-round tournament, you know, it's gone up nearly 200 points, 117 total. Big Bad Nids nerf just in time for chaos. This is becoming a recurring action from Games Workshop. It sure is. It sure is. We've seen Tyranids get nerfed. We saw Custodians get nerfed, and then Harlequins came out. You know? Now we've seen Tyranids get nerfed, and now we've seen Chaos come out. Two Neuro Throats and 3 Zone Throats. Yeah, they haven't changed points, though. So, with a 10% increase, you're going to see people diverting what they're running. You know, especially because they're not going to want to run multiple battalions now or multiple detachments. So, you might only see the single Hive Tyrant. You might only see a single Hive Tyrant in lists now. They might take a patrol. Fair play. But you're more likely going to take a single battalion. So, you might only see one of these really good characters like Hive Tyrants, like Commanders and stuff. Obviously, David Gaylord in chat, obviously a fantastic Tyranid player, saying he's still a Bugs World, still the best codex in the game. You can't disagree, it's a really good codex. They have the rules, but having less stuff is going to help when you're not playing Tyranids. You know? And his list went up 235 points. So, you're going to see Tyranids shift. You're not going to see High Tyrants. You're definitely not going to see a Malicept anymore. Thanks for doing the mask. I'm going to troll it now. You're so welcome. They left the Land Raider at 265 for Space Marines, but 245 for Space Marines and Thousand Suns. I wonder why that one's more expensive. I wonder if it's because they're going to get a Codex at the weekend. So with Tyranids going up and losing 10% of their army, they're going to have to use different stuff, you know. Ravenans have gone up in points, but they're really good, and they're quite cheap, you know, 35 points model. The same can be said for Eldar in a way, but they've had a points increase on the most crucial units. They've also lost some of the best secondaries that they rely on, such as To the Last. So not only have we had points rises, we've also had the game change how it's going to be played with the different secondaries, you know. So the top two armies losing stuff, and pretty much every other army, by the looks of it, gaining, barring Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, but, you know, they're Knights. You know, how do you change their points? You don't gain another. Assault Marines with free jump pads, that is good. Gain 65 points on my Death Guard list, amazing. Saying Tunes are still strong is applicable into after tomorrow where things can change. We could see Hail of Doom change off for Eldar, which kneecaps them a bit. This is very true. This is very true. We can still think, you know, Tyranids are still a really strong faction. They're just going to change how they build their list. Same with Eldar. They're not going to be really taking Super Hawks anymore. They're not really going to be taking Bar off anymore. I mean, they're still good units, but there's other units that they can take instead. But we're going to see a balanced day at Slate tomorrow. All of the rules could change all at once, you know. We might see the Eldar just go, Hail of Doom, delete this entry, you know. Tyranids, delete this entry, you know. We don't really know what's going to change. So all of this is basically half information, you know. This is basically half the information that we could have. Come on, how long were you speaking before you realised? Oh, that my power went off, literally. Yeah, pretty cringe, to be honest. My power went off. You're just checking out for slagging off their app. Did you go over orc changes? We mentioned orc changes. A couple of orc boys went down and stuff like that. I haven't been able to do everything. But my gamers, my guys, my dudes, my ladies, that's kind of cringe. It was pretty cringe, well, not going to lie. I did, my computer died of cringe, you know. Put 50p at meter, literally that. Because I got my headphones on, so I didn't know. I died of cringe. Hopefully you guys didn't die of cringe. But I'm going to try and end on a high. And I'm probably going to go... I'll be back with Louis in a bit because we've just had the Battle Scroll update for Age of Sigmar. So I'll be back at 6:30, I reckon. Unless I can get Louis on a little bit earlier. I'll text Louis and ask him what time he's home. Let me text Louis and ask what time he's home. Louis, my dude. I'll ask him. Well, Louis, my dude, my guy. What time are you home? There's 200 people all asking for you. What time do you get home? Ended on a high. 420 did nothing wrong, literally. So it's quite interesting, but it's going to be really interesting. Now we've seen all the points updates. We've seen all these points changes. I can't see them now because my software has died. But we've seen all these changes. And we now have to wait for the balanced data slate, you know? The balanced data slate. That's going to be, like, really interesting. Really, really fun. If you don't answer the next 20 seconds, I'm going to kill it. But this has been fun. I enjoyed it. So if you want the screenshots, make sure you screenshot the... if you want the spreadsheets and stuff like that, or the points updates, screenshot them, share them to your favourite groups. It's always good. We all want a piece of Louis. I do too. So we're going to be going over the battle scroll. Because they're doing it all at once, look. They're doing it all at once. The battle scroll update hit comes the Mortal Realms as a war to Galette. Now I don't really want to look at it yet. But they've released the battle scroll, which I'm going to go through with Louis in a bit. And we've also got this week's win rates. Because I've done the win rates for Age of Sigmar this week as well. So I want to say a massive thank you to watching. I really appreciate it. If you missed any of this, and don't worry, this will be out as a video imminently without the power cut on the end. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But thank you much for watching. I love you all. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. See you at 6:30 talking about Age of Sigmar. Bye!